We are live. Welcome back. Episode 4 of the Forecast Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Ross. With me is Dave.
Are you right?
Yeah, good, mate. Nice little week off.
Yeah, I mean, obviously missed being on air, but yeah, it was.
You were here in spirit. You were in the chat, as many things.
Yeah, I was for at least a minute
is...
or so, and then I watched it not live.
Fair enough. Well, that's towards the viewers. That's all we've asked. And Craig's with us as well. Welcome back, Craig.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, good. How was your round at the weekend?
It was all right, actually. I mean, it was wet. So we played a bit of Stableford, and I got 31 points, which was the win. To be fair, it was muddy, really muddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, John, bless him. He managed to probably nail one nail a drive that carried about 280. He managed to hit a putt from about 30 odd feet. He managed to hit top a ball so hard that it caused sparks, actual sparks. And then he got 19 points. So that's how that went on. But yeah, it was a really good round. It was good just to get out. The 7 wood was working well. Just fairway finding. I think that was the difference between myself and the lads I play with. Just finding fairways and trying to get onto the green and reg. But yeah, really, really good fun.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff. Before we get into the main meat of the show, I've got a quick question about golfing superstitions. Do you boys have any sort of like a particular brand of glove that you always wear, or a particular golf ball that you will always pick over another, or one that you will always just throw back if you find you're not going to play with the Strixon or whatever? But anything, Dave?
I don't have superstitions. I always use the same ball marker. I guess that's a superstition. I've had a ball marker that I've had for probably about 9 years now. My wife got me when she was away once. Just use that ball marker all the time. It's a Patriots brand, so it's nice. Yeah, I think it's any real like superstition. I always do that, but like I'm a bit of a creature of habit. I like things the same. Like my golf ball has only ever got a dot on it. I hate any markings other than that. Anything that's like more than just a dot on it, I cannot stand it. Like I'm very much a plain white golf ball kind of guy.
Yes, same.
Yeah, like it's more that than like superstition. I think I just sort of more. Yeah, I got my like I'm a creature of habit with these things. I don't like change things up too much. Like I like doing the same. I like having the same stuff, but I'm also not like golf balls. I'm not too fussy brand wise. Like I'll use whatever really. I tend to use what we got more of in stock. It tends to be for the top level ball, like a tour ball. What we got most of, that tends to be what I use. But I'm not too superstitious, but yeah, just like things the same way.
Yeah, fair enough. Craig, anything for you?
No, I can't. I was trying to think of this, but I mean, normally I like making sure I've got some kind of headwear on, like. And either I'm trying to keep out of the sun or trying to keep the warmth in.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I didn't actually wear anything on the weekend. Yeah, I can't really say. Yeah, I can't really say that I did, but I've got the same marker as well. I've got a marker that I used at the Open that I bought. Not used at the Open. I bought from the Open.
When you played the Open, like St Andrews.
Yeah, no, I've got my Royal Troon marker. I always wear the same belt. That's always a thing. Not everyone has got the ability just to go in and shop and grab a packet of the most expensive balls in the world, Dave. So appreciate you on that.
No. I've got my bag of found balls in the garage that I just pick a few out from.
Yeah. Although I'm starting to get slightly more picky about the type of ball I have, just because I think it does impact my game. I can't have anything too soft. It needs to be it does need to be tourish level, not maybe to that degree, but I've got a quickish swing speed, so I need to have something that's going to respond. But no, there's nothing really I can sit there and go, yeah, I have to do that. I have to do it that way.
Okay.
I'm not got any particular golf brands that I must wear. This might cause Dave to laugh, but no particular shoe brand that I must wear either. My love of Skechers. But at the moment, my shoes
are
Under Armour. So yeah, there's nothing really that makes me go, yeah, I've got to do that. What about you?
For the longest time, I'd only play with Nike balls, and I don't really know why. I just seem to like the way they came off the club. But yeah, recently I've switched to just whatever I can get hold of. I've got some Callaway balls that I quite like, and I've got some of those, what are they, the inked ones? They're tailor-made?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, the graffiti type ones. So I've got a box of them for Christmas, so I'm playing
They're
with
like
them.
my
Yeah,
absolute worst nightmare, the inked balls.
Yeah.
Like where I said, just like a plain white ball, like the ink is just like, oh no. Like,
there's no uniformity
in that. Like, yeah. When
My
we
mate
play
Paul-
together, you're on Tuesday, they'll really throw me off.
My mate Paul was using one at the weekend, and to be fair, he could find them pretty easily. But yeah, that I think, to be fair, I think they're a bit too soft for me to use anyway. But at the same time, I do like to have something I can stare at, but I think I'd get confused if I was staring it down when I was trying to look at something. I like the picks, for instance, the TP5 picks, because I can stare down at one bit. Mm-hmm. But if I had like a whole graffiti all over it, I'd be kind of looking all over the bit of ADHD going on.
Or my thoughts on yellow balls. Do anyone play with yellow balls, or we just throw them straight back in the bag? No, I can't do it either.
Yellow balls for me.
In the winter, because I do play a lot of winter golf, I've got to have something of colour. Otherwise, I'm in trouble.
My mate always plays with the red and white halved one. It's so odd. Like, it looks horrible.
The divide, yeah, they're awful.
That's the Strixon, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. Anyway, well, there we go. Yeah. Just a little.
Nothing but white. Nothing but white balls for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Anything else will be fine.
I'm going to send Dave some camouflage ones now. See if he gets out with it. That'll be a good session. Let's get that film with Dave has to go and use a camo ball.
I'm not even a big fan if they've got like a logo on the side of the ball or something, that type of stuff.
Just a pure white ball.
Yeah. If I could buy just a plain white ball, there's got to be a market out there for it, just like a completely plain ball. Just like a slight, like just a number on it or something. Like a Pro V1, it's just got the T of the tight list or something. That would be my dream.
There you go. It's a gap in the market.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some player injury news. Rory has picked up an injury this week in the Arnold Palmer Classic. Is it thrown into doubt his sort of taking part in the players? He's still going to be there, right?
Well, I thought I saw what he said. He's going to basically just see how it goes this week and go up late. But I'm assuming he will play. They've got the best physios, and I'm sure they'll give him some sort of very nice injection that probably makes him feel great for a few hours. They've got the best stuff, haven't they? So I assume he will play, but you've got to think that it's going to impact him, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Is it Scheffler's tournament?
No, I don't know. I'm not. I think Scheffler's going to be one of those guys that will just save it for the big time. I think in this one, I'm not having Rory at all this week. I love Rory. I think I'm gutted last week that he managed to, that he found out just now that when he pulled out, he lost all his prize money, which I'm pretty annoyed about from our picks competition perspective. Ruined my week. I don't necessarily think this is a Scheffler week. I think what I learned from last week is there are a lot of lads that are thereabouts that are playing some really, really good golf. Morikawa, he's playing some excellent golf. Cam Young looked like he was playing really, really well. Russell Henley, all those guys are there, and I think those are the kind of guys that could and should do well around Sawgrass.
I guess there's not much more to say. We'll just have to wait and see, really, on what happens to Rory and where he sort of ends up in the field.
Yeah, I saw a report earlier saying he plans to still arrive Wednesday, tomorrow. Yeah. So I assume he just won't play any practice rounds, but they've played this course so many times, they don't need the practice rounds, do they really?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It's just not great prep, I wouldn't imagine. But
no, backs are so critical, aren't they? It's for a man that's had a bad back a lot. It's debilitating. And I know what you're saying, Dave. There's oxygen tanks and all these kind of things. Yeah. I'm sure that he's probably sat in right now and trying to do that thing. But I think because it's weekly golf that they're playing, and they're playing so much of it, and then when they're not playing and they're in the range, it's just that you don't get that downtime. I can imagine that he'll play this week, and then we might not see him until the Masters if it's that bad. Because that's where that's where his money is, and of course that's.
It's only a few weeks away now, isn't it? The Masters, so yeah, it's coming up quick.
Yeah, it's a month away. So I think he'll turn up. He'll play. He might withdraw. I don't know, but he'll definitely turn up. It's whether he'll get anything out of it. But yeah, I agree with Dave. They're gonna be treating him like no one's business. It's gonna be touch and go. And I'm certainly wouldn't put any money on him this week. Watch him come in, see what happens.
Yeah.
Probably sick bed to the title. Yeah.
Beware the injured golfer, isn't it? That was the old adage.
Yeah. Should we have a look at some picks then for the Players' Championship coming up this week? So obviously now Scotty is far and away the favourite for it. With Rory's injury, Colin Morikawa has sneaked his way sort of level with Rory. It's a very strong field though. Anyone standing out from you as sort of an outside bet, Dave, before we get into our actual picks?
I think Ricky Fowler's playing really well and has obviously won here before. He's someone I think he's become a little bit underrated as a golfer now. I think he's back into the top 60 now, but I think is it Data Golf? I can't remember what the other rankings are called now. But I think he's like number 18 on there. That factors in like Live Golf and all these others sort of a bit more.
Okay.
Seems to be a sort of a better representation of like the world of golf right now. I think he's up to 18 in that. So yeah, I think he's playing pretty well. And I think he's 35 to 1 here. So
yeah,
I like that. It's weird in this field. There's not going to be some huge outsider on the whole, is it? I know there's some big prices, but everyone in this field is a pretty good player. There's not going to be the real randoms winning it too often in this.
Any Akshay after winning the Arnold Palmer, do you reckon he could carry that on to this week, Craig?
I thought I really enjoyed that last week. I really enjoyed watching him play golf. I mean, he's all big, over the top, exaggerated swings and stuff. But I really like him as a guy. I think if there was a guy that you pick and hope to do well, I think he's that guy. I don't necessarily think he'll carry it on. I think things like that and the way he played probably took an awful lot out of him. And there's probably a sense of relief that he's won such a big tournament like that. It doesn't necessarily kind of move on to the next one. So I don't think, I'm really happy for him, but I'm not necessarily thinking that would be my pick this week. There's a few out there that I think could do really, really well.
Throw out some names. Who are you thinking?
Oh, well, I've said a couple already. So I think Cam Young, Russell Henley, I think those guys that I think they're about. Siwoo Kim, potentially. A guy that's done all right there in the past. I'm not sure if he's even in the think about an outsider. Someone that's done pretty well is Will Zalatoris, but I'm not sure he's actually playing or he's playing well or what. No, he's not. I don't think. No, he's not. But I was going to have a look at him as a bit of an outsider because actually, what he does, I think he came really close the year Cam Smith won or something like that. But he's been thereabouts around that. But yeah, I think it could be one of those ones that kind of sit around the 20 to 1 mark that might come in and do well here.
Okay.
It's a great course though. I mean, it's a bit. We're talking about it as the fifth major.
Yeah.
But it's a bit like the Masters. I love watching it. I think I said this last week as well. You just know every hole. Like they're on one. I know exactly what one looks like. I know the long fairways, and I know what 16 looks like. I know what 17 looks like. I know what 18 looks like.
It's been on every computer game since like the beginning of time as well. Feels like you played
PGA
it.
Tour on the Mega Drive.
Yeah. No.
PGA Tour 93. Yeah. It's probably the first golf game I ever owned.
I did look this week because obviously I'm going in August. Looking at playing, it's $550 to play the course. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted.
It's a lot of money, but like, I don't know.
When am I ever going to get a chance to do it again?
Yeah, it doesn't sound crazy to me. Like, for a course like that iconic. But
we've paid so much money to go to Disneyland, and I don't like roller coasters. So, I'd rather just go and do that.
I reckon. What can we say? Pounds to dollars never been. He hasn't been this good in years. That's number one. Secondly, I think it's a bit more expensive to play, Tory Pines or something like that on this is cheap in comparison. So I think I'll make that decision for you.
You're doing it for content for us as well.
Exactly.
You're going to film a couple of shots somewhere. Just film your 17th hole or something, we'll put it up.
We can put it down as an expense. I think can we make this a little bit just so we can let Ross go and expense around the Sawgrass.
Imagine, that's the dream, boys. That is the dream. One day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and watch this video later.
And I'll fund it for you, all right?
Yeah. Well, talking about me playing golf, I'm going to take on the Big Golf Race 2026. We'll come back to the players of our picks in a little bit. This is 100 holes in one day. My tee times are all booked in. I did the 72-hole one a couple of years ago. I think you've done that as well, Dave, have you?
Yeah, I've done the 72 in one day, yeah.
Yeah. Which was pretty tiring.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think the worst thing that I did that day was like the break. I think you need to just keep going, don't you? I think stopping is the worst thing you can do on it. You just like take food with you, and if you stop, just a quick 5-minute, refresh, maybe change your clothes a bit and stuff. But we had like a proper we sat down, had like a proper lunch, and it was just like getting going again was horrible.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Any interest, Craig? Would you be up for doing this?
I think I would be really up for doing it, but I'm a man that's easily injured, and that's my concern. I'll end up just kind of doing my back, and halfway through, and my brother did it a couple of years ago. He did the 72 hole, not the 100, but he did really, really well. And even he's much fitter than I am. He was broken, absolutely broken by about 54 holes. I think the most I've done in a day is 27, and then so I think I've only done over 72 holes in a weekend. I think is the most I've ever done. That just seems mental to go anywhere near 100 holes. So absolutely fair play to you, mate.
I'm going to be fully broken by the end of it.
I think the course you're doing it really matters, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we've got we're playing at Southwick, which is in the Fareham and Portsmouth area. It's a par 69, so it's mainly 3s and 4s. There's a couple of 5s on there as well, but they've graciously said there's no green fees for the day, and they will throw in a golf cart as well. So my mate Ali, who is chasing pars on YouTube and on podcast apps, he's driving down from Scotland, a 9-hour drive. He's going to try and play the JCB on his way down, and then come down to me. He wants to play on the Sunday. Like I said, I'll take him to a nice course around here, and then we're going to do the golf race on the Monday. So he's going to potentially play 7.5 rounds of golf in 2 and a bit days.
Good luck to Ali then. I could just feel my hamstrings already.
Yeah, my back feels sore just the thought of it. I'll be honest. That's my donation link on the screen right now. I will put it into the chat, and it will be in the episode description as well on YouTube. So if you want to donate, feel free. Go ahead. It's all going towards Prostate Cancer UK, which is a really, really great cause. We've got a target of about 1,500 between us, so we'll see how we get on. It's not until June, so yeah, long time to go. A long time to work up the stamina for it, I guess. But we'll see.
Are you going to do any prep for it? Are you actually training in any way, or just
nothing at all?
Yeah. That's what I did last time when I did mine 72. It'll be alright. It'll work itself out.
Just stretch well. I'm going to see an off-year pack before and after. I think
lots of stretching.
Just stretch well. I mean, that's the only thing.
Yeah, 6'7". It's a lot of bending up and down. That is so.
You get one of those ones with the golf ball picker upper on the end of your.
Yes. I'm hoping this green, all the greens have got the little flags that you lift out and the ball pops out the hole with it. That'd be nice. Perfect, yeah. Just to save
the old COVID flags.
Yeah. I like them. I'm a big fan of them. Let's jump back to the players. It's like we said earlier, it's the 5th major really. It's the first major tournament of the season before the Big Four. Let's make our picks, shall we? So the current standings, from what I'm led to believe, I don't think Matt Fitzpatrick won a great deal of money from his 41st place finish in the Arnold Palmer. So
off the top of my head, it was about 70 grand, but I don't know.
I'm happy to stick with my substantial lead I've already got. I'm not Not
what's that like? 800,000 you got now?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Should we say that? Should we round it to 800,000? Because it was 725 when it you got from before. So let's round it to 800, and then that's a nice round number. Obviously, Craig picked Rory. Rory had to withdraw, so we lost all of his prize money.
Dead to me.
He's dead to us. Me and Dave would be foolish to pick him this week with the injury, but you never know. But Dave, who you fancying? Who are you going to take for this?
It's a tough one here because there's such a lot of prize money on offer.
Yeah,
you sort of
20 million, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to go with someone. Whether you have to go someone pretty big. Like I took Hovland last week. Change his coach and all that. So I thought I'd take a bit of a punt. I like a change up, and I think he did. It was about 13th, I believe. Yeah, tied 13th for 373 grand. So that was all right for me. That was a nice pickup. But yeah, this week's a tough one because, as we've said already, there's so many options. But it's hard, especially where Scheffler isn't really firing on all cylinders, is he? He's not. This is probably the worst stretch of golf we've seen him play, which says more about how good he's been than anything.
Yeah,
but,
he's having to go on runs to make cuts, isn't he?
There's not an obvious pick this week, but I think I'm going to go. I've said him already. I'm going to take a bit of a flyer on Ricky Fowler.
Okay.
A bit of a flyer. I think he's playing good golf. Good finish last week, top 10 last week. I think he needs another couple of good results over the next couple of weeks to make the Masters. I think he's playing well. Played well here in the past, so I like that. So I'm going to go for Ricky Fowler.
That's a good choice.
A little bit of a left field pick, I think.
I think that's a good choice. I think that he's not guaranteed, because obviously nothing's guaranteed in these tournaments, but I think he's a solid. He'll get you some money and he'll get you some points.
Yeah,
I think
so.
That's all we're needing at this point, I think. Craig, who are we looking at?
So, I've mentioned him already as well. I'm going to go with a guy that you need accuracy, I think, around Sawgrass. I think necessarily it's about the long hits. It's about making sure that you stay out of the bunkers and the water.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with who I think is one of the most accurate players on tour, which is Russell Henley.
Okay.
I think what's let him down a little bit in the past is his putting. His putting has been a little bit off the boil, and I think this year he's done a lot better. But I think if I look at this year, at this moment in time, I just want to get someone that's not going to get cut. I can't sit there.
He's got on the board,
but looking at here, he's had some pretty good results. He's kind of finished 20 or better in 4 of his last 5 starts. And he was tied 6th last week. He was incredible out of the bunkers and things. I thought he did scramble really well when he did kind of slip in there. So my pick is Russell Henley this week.
I like it. Again, should get you some money, should get you on the board.
I talk a good game. I think this is what I need to prove. I do talk a good game, but maybe I need to start picking players that aren't going to get a back injury.
You should have seen it come in, the back injury. Everyone else could.
The signs are there. I'm going to go for... Something's telling me Justin Rose, and I didn't pick him in our first episode for any of the majors this year, so I'm going to take him here. I reckon he's... looking at the odds, he's 12-1 for a top 5 finish. He is... What is he for a top 20 finish to get me some relatively good money? 3-1 for a top 20 finish. So I don't mind those odds. I'm quite a fan of those odds. So Justin Rose for me. We'll see how we get on next week.
I did see when I was looking through the odds, like Justin Thomas is 90-1 for this week to win. I just don't know the last. He's obviously playing terribly, and I'm not going to back it.
He's been unfit.
Justin Thomas ever being 90-1 just feels crazy to me.
That's mental.
Has he won down here as well before, Justin Thomas?
Has he? I don't know now.
I think he might have done.
I don't remember him winning it, but it feels like a player who would have, doesn't he?
I've got a vision of him putting one in the water on 18, and I can't. Or 16, maybe actually.
Players. Yeah, he won in 2021.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lee Westwood finished runner-up, which was.
God, I remember that.
Only 5 years ago, Lee Westwood finished runner-up. It feels like he's been like, gone for so long, doesn't it?
Yeah, like an old man for a long time now, but he's still.
Yeah.
No, that is unreal. I mean, he has been unfit. I think he played in TGL a couple of weeks back, and that was his first kind of foray back into professional golf. And then he played last week. Didn't do particularly well.
You never know those guys, though. Just need 1 week, don't they? And it just clicks again and come back quick. But...
Well, yeah, you got there's players like JJ Spawn's 80-1 to win, and like.
He's...
Oh, was that you going to say?
Yeah, that was one of the things I was going to say. Was something like because there were guys that have just fallen off a little bit. I think it feels like there's a big group of people that could do well, and then there's this group of people who are very, very, very good players that in the last year have just kind of fallen by the wayside.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great comp. But the other thing I was just going to say quickly, it won't count towards our picks, but I do remember I said Jon Rahm would win in Hong Kong last week, and he bloody did. We can't do any live picks though, so I've. I think what I should do is I should claim all of Jon Rahm's live money as my win.
It's a very healthy leave, isn't it?
On the whole thing. There's another live event this week, isn't there? I think.
Singapore. Yeah.
Back to back, though. Yeah.
I think that first couple of years, it seemed like they were just every now and again, but now it seems like they're just almost like every other week or weekly now.
It kicks off on Thursday. Yeah, Singapore.
Yes. 100%. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to another weekend of annoying the wife with the golf, especially Sunday's Mother's Day. I'm sure.
They'll be delighted. It's fine.
You just wear pink like a lot of the players do at the players, don't they? They wear like pink for Mother's Day. You just do the same, just in honour.
I do. I sit there on my sofa with a pink T-shirt on.
Yeah. What a great tribute.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll love that.
Let me know when you want a cup of tea, and I'll make you one. But I'm still with a pink T-shirt.
Yeah, I like it. It's shaping up to be a good tournament, and like we say, there's a lot of players that are a long way down. Someone that we need to maybe look into it in depth at some point is the fall off of Jordan Spieth from a man that was supposed to be the next best thing to a man that's just disappeared, hasn't he? Really, from any sort of meaningful competition ever.
And he sort of was the next best thing for a while, wasn't he? He was Scheffler for a few years.
Yeah.
It's
fall off's
weird.
Been crazy, really.
Yeah, because nothing really happened with him. I don't think he had any big injuries or just.
No, he just got.
I don't know.
I think it's.
He couldn't miss a putt, could he, for a few years, and then.
He did. He didn't. Yeah. It's the karma for that terrible drop that he got given at the Open. Basically, golf and God just said, "That's it. You're not getting anything else." I'm sure he won after that, but you know what? He's done okay the last few weeks. I wouldn't say he's been spectacular, but he's not been the speed complete. Taking a 12 on a par 3 type player.
I think
I'm looking at his career earnings. He's earned $60 million, so I mean, fine. Like, I'll be an average golfer for $60 million as well.
I think players like that make you appreciate just how driven and great Tiger Woods is, or was.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to win these things and then probably just settle into a nice life with your family, isn't it? Where, Tiger Woods, as we know, did not settle into a nice life with his family.
He blew it up a couple of times.
Yeah. He's, just that drive to want to carry on, as you get older and you already achieve so much. I think that's just the difference, isn't it, between a Spieth and a Woods and some of these other people. What makes you great? You were sorry?
Tom Brady.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
a thing, isn't it?
We need to do an in-depth episode on Tiger Woods at some point because I'm looking at his list of achievements and stuff now. Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous.
I don't think we could fully appreciate it. And we can, of course. We all grew up watching it, but I think if he was playing now, where like gambling was such a big thing, you want to see what the odds would have been every week. I think there were weeks where he was genuinely odds on for
they must have been
which
so
is insane. It's crazy, the prices he was at times.
for a field of that many people in it to be that far ahead, like 110 professional career wins of tournaments, like that is just ridiculous.
And he was one of the first to start picking and choosing his schedule as well. Like I say, we should do a whole episode on this, but he was one of the first ones to sort of just play he didn't play like a full schedule like a lot of them did for so long. Playing almost every week. He would just pick and choose the events he played. He played sort of 12, 15 events a year, and basically win them all.
Ironically, a lot of those tournaments are the ones that are now deemed to be the flagship ones as well. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, like the Arnold Palmer was one he dominated, wasn't it?
How many cardigans has he got?
Yeah. Well, the Farmers Insurance, whatever that was called back then, I can't think what it was now. But Tory Pines, he used to win every time they played there.
Yeah.
There were just courses that he was just so much better than everyone else at. It was it's absurd, really.
Yeah, just 5 Masters wins, ridiculous.
So that's why I'm quite big into the horses for courses thing with golfers. You just know there are guys that just set up well. And it does just it kind of replicates across the field. There are guys that that need a big wide fairway, and there are guys that that don't need to hit a bomb because they'll they'll find a straight one. That the Open, for instance, you don't need to be hitting the ball 300 odd yards. You just need someone that can find a bit of a fairway and shots gained on the approach.
He changed the game as well. We'll do an in-depth episode on him at some point. Maybe that's something we can look at in the future. But
Tigerwood special will be very fun.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I just realised he's currently dating Donald Trump's ex-wife as well, so it's a bit of fun info about as well. Each to their own. Anyway, let's wrap up for today, shall we? We'll be back next week at some point. Dave, push the socials to people. Where can they find us?
So Twitter, we're at Forecast Golf Pod. Obviously, you're watching on YouTube now, so make sure you subscribe here because it really does help. And I'll be doing some sort of Masters giveaway. I'll put something together for people watching the podcast. I don't know what yet, but we'll do something for that. Just make sure you subscribe because you get a notification when we go live. We're doing these live every week. Well, I'll say every week. Most weeks we'll do. I'm sure there'll be times when we have to pre-record or something. Especially the summer. Say you're away in the summer and Craig's away soon around Masters time. But we'll be live most weeks. But anyway, there'll be a podcast every week that we can. We have already missed one somehow 2 weeks in, but it was just a crazy week, wasn't it? It was just a week that just went bad.
A lot happened that week.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you do all that stuff. Because it really does make a difference to us, and how our show shows up on YouTube and things like that. So
definitely.
Do all those things for us.
And it's not just going to be the podcast. We do have plans for actual golf content come the summer when we can all get together. We all live relatively local to each other, so we can get some fun golf actual playing on YouTube as well, live streaming and videos and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Craig, where can we find you on social media?
At Craigo84 on Twitter.
And I'm at _Rossbell_ on Twitter, and basically that everywhere else as well. But subscribe, do all that sort of stuff, share us, like all the little short videos we put out and all those bits and pieces as well. And until we're back next week, enjoy your rounds and we'll see you next week. Bye.